Welcome to a beautiful thought. Welcome, beautiful thinkers, to the opportunity to change your mind, to start to see the miracles in everyday life. I want to give you a backstory so you can understand where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to achieve with this podcast, so you can come along with me on the journey. I want to talk about my personal story. Let's start about 10 years ago. I was enrolling in this course. It's not a standard academic fair. It's actually a course where the company named Real Social Dynamics, which is an organization which helps men achieve success with women and increase their confidence. Now, I remember I saved up for many months and worked hard, knocking on doors, selling electricity plants, finally got the money, booked the course, went to Sydney to embark on this journey. And I remember they asked me, what is it I want to get out of this course? And I suppose there must be a lot of people who take this and they write down something like, stripper threesome, bro. Or they just write, a lot of men actually will just write, what I really want is a girlfriend, somebody who loves me, somebody to love. A lot of people think that pickup artists are just out to get laid or something like that, but it really starts from a softer kind of place than you might imagine. But that's not what I wrote. I wrote, I want rock star confidence. So I want to be able to express myself freely. You know, I really relate. It's a bit strange. There's a scene from The Last Temptation of Christ, and Willem Dafoe is portraying our great teacher, Jesus of Nazareth. And somebody asks, well, why aren't you a better Jew? And Jesus says, well, the scriptures say that we're supposed to tell the truth. And he says, I never tell the truth. I don't have the courage. He knew that there was something so wonderful inside of him, and he always wanted to get it out, but he just didn't have the strength of character to do it in those moments. He had to undergo his own personal journey. That's how I felt. I knew I had something beautiful within me. I wanted to share it in the world, but I didn't have the confidence, and so I couldn't be honest. I knew if I could gain confidence, then I would be honest. I went through a lot of ordeals, and I guess I did some things and I'm not proud of, and some things that I definitely won't mention today. Then I also went on a spiritual journey, and I sought truth in many different ways. I read religious texts. Actually, I've probably been reading religious texts since I was about 15 years old or even younger, trying to capture the ancient wisdom. Also, finally, when I was about 31 years old, I decided to embark on this shamanic journey and take substances such as ayahuasca, the sacred medicine, to try to get into contact with that deeper part of myself. And I had to face my fears. I had to take that courage that I mentioned to even arrive at the ceremony, and then have that courage to confront parts of myself and ask questions which were difficult and have difficult conversations to open up the free flow of love. I also went to see my friend who is a monk in Wat Tam Krabok in the province of Saraburi in Thailand, and I stayed there for a month, and every day he showed us a new technique of meditation. And while I meditated on and off for years, I would say that that was the time where I really started to understand how broad and how great meditation is. A couple of months ago, I took the call to adventure again, to go into the Cave of Wonder, my friend in Santiago de Chile asked me about taking ayahuasca. And so we went to Pirque, which is a rural area just outside, just at the end of the train tracks and a little bit further in Santiago. And I thought about it. I was going there primarily to comfort my friend, accompany her, but I never want to take an ayahuasca journey without thinking about how it's going to affect me, or what are the deeper questions that I want to learn. So once again, I wrote down some words, but this time they're a bit different. I wrote down, I want to be a love rock star. So I want to have a heart, force of love is so irrepressible, serves as an example to others. It lights their fire, it lights their light with my light. That's what I wanted to do. And I remember getting deep into the journey. There were some tribulations. I had to let go of my ego, and with the kind and patient guidance of the people of Inner Mastery, with their psychological training, managed to liberate me, and also with the help of some substance such as rapé, which is a blend of tobacco and other herbs taken through the nose. And it instantly clears your mind. I took the journey and I saw many wonderful things. Grandmother ayahuasca told me that in any moment I can experience whatever I want simply as walking into another room. So it's a lesson, something about the secret or creative manifestation, or how imagination creates the world. Finally, I asked, but what about my purpose? What about being a love rock star? And this deeper part of my mind responded with a joke, saying, I am that. Some of you might get that joke, but the point of it is, as in so many wonderful movies and stories, the point was, the magic was in me all along. What I wanted to be, I had already become. All I had to do was reveal that lantern, which for some reason I had covered up on the coffee table. Take the blanket off the lantern and shine the light so I can illuminate in every corner of the salon. And that is what I intend to do with this podcast. So I have taken the call to adventure, gone into the cave of wonder, and I have emerged with the elixir. And I don't claim that it's a panacea, but I do claim that it is sweet and it is good for you. So I think what I'm creating here is going to open your minds a little bit and open your hearts a little bit. This is why I'm creating this project, so you can be a little bit illuminated by the things I've learned. Now, I gotta say, I was a bit hesitant about telling this story because I had some preoccupations thinking, well, somebody is gonna think that I'm falsely modest, or somebody would think that I'm bragging or trying to be more spiritual than I am. But I think it's really important to tell those things even when your voice trembles, especially those things which you're a little bit afraid of saying. So once again, I took that courage, and I hope that gives you an idea of what I'm trying to do here. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying grateful, and thank you for thinking beautifully. Adios.